Good morning. Going by these oaks, which are now turning color, just like, wow, very quickly. Day 112. Day 112. Heading out 7 a.m. Without breakfast this morning for a couple reasons. One of which is to save time. The other one, well, before I get to that, talk about food a little bit. Past few days, I haven't been able to find the sleeve that my spoon goes in. I have a long-handled spoon, reach all the way down into a freeze-dried meal or into a stir a pot, titanium, and it fits in its own little sleeve, which I typically keep in the back mesh pocket of my pack, so it's handy if I want to eat peanut butter, whatever. Haven't been able to find the sleeve for a few days. And this morning, I was thinking, where did I last see it? I know I washed it at Kennedy Meadows. And I reached into my down jacket, and there in the pocket, it was. And here's the significance of it. I laughed out loud. It was so delightful to find the sleeve that my spoon goes in. And it occurred to me, and I was laughing. I mean, not just ha ha ha. I mean, I was like a belly laugh that went on for quite a while. And it occurred to me that coming out, hiking like this, being out in nature, you get open to all the tiny, tiny delights that life will present to you. If I was at home and I found this, it'd be like, oh, okay, whatever. Here, it elicited belly laughs. Something that didn't elicit belly laughs was last night when I arrived in camp after dark, hiking an hour or more by headlamp. Like, where are all my water bottles? These two on the side where are they? Where they are is back at the spring, 5 miles back. And I filled them up, wonderful water, gambled up myself, and with this gushing spring, piped, and had a tank with like a wash basin that captured the stuff falling out of the tank. I thought, well, I'm gonna rinse out my socks in this wash basin. They've been so compacted with dirt and mud that they're really not very functional anymore, certainly for cushioning. And I did the same with my sun shirt, which is just like hard with caked on salt and dirt. And so I'm going to rinse that out too. So I did. And when I packed up, I had left my water bottles next to the spring. Now, so I arrived in camp with nearly a liter of water anyway that I had had before the spring. So the whole side quest to the spring was just to have more water for the evening in the morning. So I had enough water to make my dinner last night, but not really enough for breakfast this morning. The real problem is now I have less water carrying capacity. I only have these 2 1-liter bottles, and I do have, however, what I've picked up and have not used. I picked up at the sort of this garbage dump at my tent site at Walker Pass, a 1-gallon water jug. So I'm gonna have to use that, because today I have a 20-mile water carry, which might be the longest on the PCT. So I'm gonna have a water source here in about 4 miles, and then it's gonna be a 20 to Golden Oaks, which is this gushing piped spring that I remember quite well from 4 years ago. So on my way early, when it's cool, it's kind of cold, get as many miles in as I can before it gets hot, and then I'm going to have to use that 1-gallon jug. And I think I may be able to rearrange my pack so it sits more or less upright, so there isn't any like pressure on the cap to spill out all inside my pack and my down stuff and things like that. But in the next 4 miles, I'm going to be figuring out which configuration is probably the best to maintain the integrity of that jug. And I just hope there aren't any like pinholes in it. I mean, it was literally from a pile of junk. So let's see how it all works out. There's a short section here of the PCT, 1.1 miles. It goes along this dirt road. Well, here you have a blockage, posted private property, blah, blah, blah. Violators will be prosecuted. This is the PCT, and it is part of a public property National Scenic Trail. People will slap up a sign. I don't know, maybe the land off to the right is private property. Probably is. But I think the purpose is to intimidate. Yeah. Moving on. Armed guard surveillance. Okay. Got it. There's some sort of building down here. You see a lot of funny things on the trail. This, I think, is a pork sausage. Maybe from McDonald's. It doesn't look decayed at all. I wonder how long it's been here. Maybe somebody who's living down there didn't want pork or something. Tossed it out on the trail. Okay.